Hello, Southern Soul Tarot fan. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to classify it as a true crime tarot reading because he was convicted of murder. It's going to be on Aaron Hernandez. He played the tight end for the New England Patriots. Um, I believe he died by hanging, from what I believe, and he died on April 17th of 2017. He was born on November 6th, which made him a Scorpio. He left a suicide note. Um, and he was also tried for a double homicide of someone named Daniel, and someone else named Safiro. Or I don't know how I'm pronouncing it. It's Safiro. And he was acquitted of that. And actually, Jose Baez, the one that represented Casey Anthony, is the one that actually represented him for that case as well. So we're going to go ahead. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and then we're going to ask him about if he had anything to do with the murders first. Then we're going to ask him the day of his death, and then we're going to ask him how he feels now. So we're going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, all of our spirit guides and angels, and all of Source, and that is all that is good, light, and love, to bring in Aaron Hernandez. We want to know what happened as far as the murders, the day of your death, and how you feel about it now. Because there were some people saying that they felt that you did not kill yourself, but then there was others saying that they thought you did for certain reasons to benefit your daughter, which I would understand if those were the reasons. It was something about the contract that he had signed, so that the way that I don't know if this is fact or not. I really don't look up. I'm cutting it again. I don't know why. My guides want me to, so I'm going to do it again. Like I said, but this is for Aaron Hernandez. Like I said, he was tied in for the New England Patriots. Like I said, and he died April 17th of 2017, and he was born on November 6th, which made him a Scorpio. I didn't see what year he was born, to be honest. I just saw his birth date to see his sign. So we're going to ask him about the murders, if he had anything to do with them. Did you have anything to do with the murders that they accused you of, Aaron? Yeah, I would say a little bit. I said if it wasn't by his hands, he definitely kind of dabbled a little bit in it, because that's the Seven of Cups, which is mischievousness. You see, like I said, there's fire. And I know there's other things that are somewhat more positive looking, but when most other Seven of Cups decks, it's more things that can be considered somewhat sinister or evil, like snakes, ghosts, things like that. But in this particular deck, it's not showing that. So it's showing that a Page of Pentacles came in and gave him an offer about, and this is what I'm questioning about the murders. So maybe that's somebody that he worked with, because he was a Scorpio, so he was a water sign, which that is a water card, that is an earth sign. So let's see if he had anything to do with the murders. What did you have to do with the murders? The world came out for that, so I would have to clarify that mainly, but I know the world is a new start and a new cycle, so maybe he did. Maybe he had something to do with it, and that restarted, that restarted the cycle for those victims. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, we're going to get to the clarifying card soon. I want to know what happened the day that you died. The Knight of Cups came in. Somebody came in with an emotion, an offer of an emotion. It could be him. He could have had a change of heart that day for some reason and took on the Knight of Cups energy. So let's see what else happened the day that he passed. That's a lot of cards. Can you give me just one, please? Or two? The Empress in reverse. So, the Empress usually represents fertility and just, it represents Taurus, which is an earth sign. Well, it doesn't, it represents Taurus, which is the earth sign, but it's in reverse. So maybe, again, I know it's a woman, but we all have masculine and feminine energy, so maybe he wasn't feeling like himself that particular day for some reason anymore. He just felt like he wasn't worth it, because the Empress is confident. So for whatever day, I feel like he lost his confidence that day. Let's see what these two cards say. Yeah, he was coming like out of like a Five of Pentacles energy, and he decided to walk away from that. So, with that, I'm going to have to say yes, he did hang himself. I don't think there was any foul play whatsoever. Or he did kill himself if it wasn't by hanging. How does he feel now? He feels that there's some communication that came in after he passed. We'll clarify that and see what communication that might possibly be. So let's see why the Eight of Wands is here for after he passed. Sorry, my lights turned off, so I had to turn it back on. Well, at least my camera light turned off. So, when I asked him for how he felt after he passed, he is feeling a bit angry and betrayed. Basically, it seems mentally, because the swords represent thoughts. And again, here's more swords. He's stuck in that energy kind of still. He's stuck in the King of Wands in reverse, which means he's pissed, to be honest. He's looking at this situation with the Emperor. No, he's actually looking away from the Empress. The Six of Swords is looking at the Empress, but he's looking away from her. So let's go ahead and see what else he feels in the afterlife here. So I apologize for the change in lighting. I try to do it with just my camera so that way, but I guess my battery was about to die, so I had to turn on the bigger lights. So, he is trying to manifest something, though. Something to prove that, maybe he's trying to manifest to level up, or he's trying to manifest to, maybe reincarnate, because he felt something happened unjustified in some way. Let's go ahead and clarify that to make sure. But like I said, this is going to be for Aaron Hearnandez. He was the tight end for the New England Patriots. He was convicted of murder, and he hung himself in jail. I believe hung himself. Like I said, but for the Seven of Cups, yes. So I believe he did have something to do with the murders, because the Magician is here in reverse, which means he was manipulating with all of his tools with the Seven of Cups. So it's mischievousness and manipulating. And yeah, here he is. The Page of Swords came in, and he brought in the King of Swords, who brought in a three-party, and that could have been the two other people that he was working with the first time that he maybe worked with the King of Swords too, for the first charge he got away with of murder for those two people, and then the world. I think after that he felt he had no new start. After that trial started, because I think he knew it was just going to snowball from there. So that's why the Knight of Wands came, or the Knight of Cups came in. He was emotional the day that he passed. He was in hermit mode, and he decided to go take on, he was in hermit mode the day that he was going to pass with the Knight of Cups energy, like in his emotions. So he decided to take an action about it. As I said, because he wasn't feeling himself. And that's what I said, and the Empress is reverse is like, to me, that's not feeling yourself. And so let's see why the Empress is here, because the Star is in reverse. So yeah, I think he felt there was no new life for him. There was no new beginnings. To me, the Star represents life, and mischievousness in a different deck. But in this one, I know she's still naked and all that kind of stuff, but for me, this is more with the Empress in reverse, life. Not so much mischievousness, because the Empress brings life. She is fertile. With the Five of Pentacles here out in the cold the day that he died, and he walked away. So yes, I do think he chose to go ahead. Yeah, he took his Nine of Cups. He was done with it. He dumped out the emotion, and he went ahead and did that for the benefit of his daughter, from what I understand, because of the way the contract supposedly worked out. Again, I didn't follow it, so I don't know if that's what happened. If I just know that it said if he died a certain way, then the daughter would still get the money because of his deal that he made with, I don't know what it would even be called, because I don't watch football, but I apologize. But like I said, I just know that there was supposed to be some deal in the clause that if he died a certain way, that they would still get the money. So that's for my understanding. Yeah, there was information coming in, and he didn't like it. He didn't like how people talked about him after he passed. He felt that they were lying and telling things that weren't true. I think mainly about the relationship with the man. I feel that because he's got the Emperor there, and then you have the King of Swords, which means he was pissed about it, and he couldn't get over it at first. So let's see how he feels about it right now. He's in a Four of Swords resting state right now. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Like I said, he's resting, so he is, and that's why he's manifesting. He's resting because he's about to manifest. He's going to manifest something brand new. What would that be? Let's see. There's a couple cards that flip. Let me see how many they actually are. Hold on. All right, here we go. Here's all three. So you have the, he's making a decision with the manifesting card. He's still waiting to make that decision. There's two things he's trying to decide upon. But the Queen of Cups is definitely one. And I think maybe spinning the wheel with the Queen of Cups. So maybe he is looking at going into some type of reincarnation, I feel like. I'm not saying he's going to reincarnate as a woman, but what I'm saying is he's being emotional. When you spin the Wheel of Fortune, usually it's like the universe spinning the wheel and starting over again, and that's kind of why you see all these things. So I don't know, I kind of get a reincarnation feeling. Like I said, I don't think he liked the way that things ended, and I think that bothered him. So I think that's why, you know, he's manifesting, trying to come back so that he can fix what he thought he was wronged in. So that's going to be the reading for Aaron Hernandez, Southern Soul Tarot fam. I want to thank you for joining me, and then I'll be going live very soon. Like I said, again, I apologize for it being later than normal, but I started recording later than normal, and I was charging my phone, which obviously wasn't enough because the lights gave out. So again, thank you for watching, and I will talk to y'all soon.